Alright. Gonna go ahead and share the link on Discord. Get everyone in here. Alright. There we go. Let me get my list of battle chips pulled up here. Alright, so basically the plan here is going to be playing some MegaMan Battle Network 1, trying to complete the post-game. I have a whole lot of battle chips to still get, and I'm just going to try to collect all of them, I suppose. And I'm just going to go in order, like the smoothest route I can. Basically just me collecting the chips in the areas as I pass through them. I figured that since I'm already in the World 3 computers, because I've already beaten the post-game, it would just be easiest for me to collect them here and then backtrack. I don't think I need Candle 2, but I know I need one of the snake eggs that's in this area. I do need Candle 1, but that's in a different computer. Ah, there we go. Snake egg, that's exactly what I need. Excellent, excellent. Alright. Alright, so we're at 111 out of 175. Now let me check my list, see what's next. I do need Remobit 2 that's in this area. And then from here we'll backtrack to World 3 Area 4 so I can get Fire Aura, and then World 3 Area, or World 3 Computer 3 so I can get Aqua Aura. I think if I got lock on, I might as well just go and smack it anyway. It's not like I can run away from these fights. It's Battle Network 1 after all. Another snake egg. Yeah, probably not getting a battle chip from that one. Nah. Another, it's a Billy virus. Or actually, it's version 2, so I think that one's Silly, and I think the final version is called Killy. At least going by Battle Network 4. I do think it's kind of silly that the electrical guys are named Billy. It's like, of all things you can name your virus, why that? Could be worse. Ah, here we go. You know what I need to do? I need to just try to random encounter the Remobit with Candevil again, and then just have Iceman V3 equipped and just take them out both at the same time. Because Iceman has enough damage to take out both of them at once. Yeah, see? Yeah, get rid of roll. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and... I'm just... Sharkman does a lot of damage too. He's coded S. I got a lot of S's in here. Alright, I'm gonna temporarily get rid of my Skullman chips in favor of Sharkman for this particular chip. Oh, hey Sir Isaac, glad to see you. Oh, you were at the premiere earlier with the Ice Cube video. I double-checked both the video in the editor and the archive video after the premiere was over. I think that little glitch was actually just a bug in the premiere itself. Like, as it was, like, being played live, it looped because it doesn't have that glitch, the little skip and replay in the just regular posted version of the video. So, it was just a fluke, I guess. Well, welcome to the stream. So how you holding up today? Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird. I wasn't sure if, like, I remember a similar thing happened in the big final compiled Iceberg video. I wasn't sure if that was the same there, because I actually don't even think I've watched the big final Iceberg since the premiere, since it was a 4-hour-long video. But, I might go back and double-check, see if that error is still there, or if that was actually an editing error. Ah, Maverick Hunter X, good times, good times. Yeah, I think the next big video project that I'm going to work on is going to be the comparing every version of Mega Man X together. Honestly, I have all the footage I need. I just need to sit down and just write the script. I just need to get motivated. But, yeah, Maverick Hunter was great. Really loved that game, you know, during high school and college. Yeah, let's go with this. So, as I'm sure you saw from the description here, basically what we're doing today is picking up where we left off with our Let's Play of Battle Network 1, both the uncommented, you know, just uploaded Let's Plays and the live stream. We just beat the game, but now I'm going through the post-game. And because I have more progress on the Wii U version, that's the one we're playing. There we go. And wouldn't you know it, I don't have the chips that I need. So let's just rapid fire these and hope that we win. Nope, guess not. Huh. Hello there, Goals. I don't recall seeing you in the chat before. Are you new to the channel, or did you change the username, or something else? Yeah, Battle Network 1, I definitely feel like it does get a little too much flack from the community. It absolutely has a bunch of flaws that are kind of hard to overlook, but it does have a good bit of charm to it, and I think that Operate Shooting Star is a very good remake, and is honestly what Battle Network 1 should have been. You know, even if we don't take into account the whole Star Force crossover. Like, I love the Star Force crossover, but even without that, I still think that was what Battle Network 1 should have been. Oh yeah, the manga is absolutely spectacular. I still think that the Mega Man Anti-Warrior manga is my favorite incarnation of this particular story. Like, my favorite version of Land, Mega Man, Shad, all of them. The manga version was the best. I will say the anime version of Shad specifically gets some of the best development with Proto Man during Access. Like, the whole Dark Proto Man arc was great. And it honestly was done, like, 10 times better than it was in the games. Check out some random videos of... Oh yeah, well, thank you, I appreciate that. Just started honestly liking more than the OG version. Well, if you enjoy more, then, you know, that's good for you. And I definitely think that in some ways it is objectively better. And I'm always a sucker for Mark Gatha, like the voice actor plays X. I don't think that I personally enjoy Maverick Hunter more than the original. I enjoy them both in their own ways. I'm also just a sucker for like SNES and Game Boy Advance sprite styles, and some of the subtle story elements that were in the SNES version were kind of, not handled the same way as with Maverick Hunter. But I'll save that for my big video breakdown. Love some of the deep lore about. Oh yeah, it's got well, I mean, you guys are fans. So I'm sure you know a lot of what it's got. Really wish I had an ability to escape right now because I really don't want to fight this. Oh yeah, I'm glad that we finally got a high-quality version of it, too, instead of just those old TV rips from years ago. Ah, that's beautiful. I really want to do the same to mine. What I really want is... I've seen someone 3D print, like, an OG PET phone case, but that is, like, kind of huge for today's smartphones, so I don't know if I would carry one of those around. But if someone could make, like, an original PET-style case that wasn't that big, but still have a smartphone built into it, I would absolutely buy one of those. Yeah, when it comes to these random encounters, I miss Buster Max. Yeah, I'd love to have my own NetNavi as well. Like, if I could guarantee that it wouldn't just suddenly turn on me, because, like, one big thing when it comes to, like, progressive technology and everything being run by AI nowadays, with things like Siri and smartphones and smart cars, a lot of people are super paranoid that it's all a government conspiracy and that they're just waiting for everyone to have one of those, and then all of a sudden we're at the mercy of whoever's controlling it. If I could guarantee that my Navi would not do that, if it was actually like the World of Battle Network where you and your computer companion actually were friends and had mutual respect, then that's what I would like. Oh, apparently I did need a candle too, so that's good. PT, we just need an AI Navi. Yeah, it's like the precursor. Yeah, that's what I said during multiple discussions that I've had on the subject. PETs are basically smartphones before smartphones existed. Oh, right. It's Battle Network 1. Oh, Bree, hi. Thanks for popping in. There we go. That's what I need. Shark Attack. Oh. Hi, Kirby. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, thanks for watching and thanks for contributing, too. Oh yeah, what I was going to say is, I was going to say this earlier, but I got sidetracked and forgot. During my recording sessions of this game, I was trying to get the Howitzer battle chip from the recycled bottle PETs in Scilab, and I actually got deleted by the Billy viruses because they cornered me and just kept stunning me, and I couldn't react fast enough. I don't know if that actually made it into the video because I had to edit it, but I do remember that happening, and I thought it was kind of embarrassing. Battle Network 1 has a lot of viruses with really cool designs that I really wish had come back in the later games. Like the lock-on virus. That thing's really cool. Like, I can see Searchman just pulling up with a bunch of those at his disposal because he's got those satellite beams, Why is it so hard to find that virus that I was looking for? Like, he was here and now he's not. Like, I'm looking for the Remobit 2 virus. You know, the little Twisty, I think is what it's called. Just he was here and now he's not showing up. I encountered 2 of them earlier. Now, when those things are airborne, now you can still hit them, so that's good. I'm also kind of missing the base battle chip. How are the audio levels, by the way? I did a little test before I started the stream, so I hope they sound okay. I managed to beat this main game in just 10 hours. Huh. Felt like longer than that. The other games are typically longer. I think I'm sitting at like 50-something hours on my 99% completed file of Battle Network 3. This is a nuisance. So, I know that Rio and I plan to play all the Battle Network games together at some point. I think we might actually, instead of live streaming 4, I think we will probably Let's Play that one because of how many times the scenarios loop. So that way, we can just, like, skip over the ones that we have to do multiple times. Because I recently played through Battle Network 4 while I was gathering footage, and a couple times I had to play the same scenario like three times in a row. Like 3 gameplays in a row. I had to play the exact same scenario. I think it was the what's his name? Tetsu? The guy in the Den tournament who's got the heel Navi who beats up all the other heel Navis. That one. That's one of my favorite scenarios in Battle Network 4, by the way. Just the sheer amount of violence and just massacring countless like waves of Navis at once. It's like, this is real net battling right here, and none of this, you know, Navi send a virus at you. Nah, you're fighting them head on, and I really like that. But I don't. That wouldn't be good for live stream format, so I feel like that is one that we should probably do off stream, and I'll fix it in post. You know, that's a very good question, and that is kind of why I have a soft spot for Battle Network 4, because it has New Game Plus. Like, I really like New Game Plus. I do think the others should have it, because there are times when I want to relive my favorite moments in a game, and that's what I love about Battle Network, is that... Or that's what I love about Battle Network 4. You can play through the game as many times as you want, and never lose your progress. You know, provided you don't lose your data. But that's one thing that I don't think the others were necessarily lacking in, because it's not always standard, but you understand what I'm saying. Now, from a certain point of view, I think you could say that EXE WonderSwan has New Game Plus. Yeah, blend Cyber Elves with Battle Network? Absolutely. Like, I'm not one to buy the idea that all of the timelines are connected, but if we were to connect them in some way, that is one area where I would do it. Like the cyber world that exists in Mega Man 03 and in Mega Man X in general, I would say that is the best way to try to go about linking it to the cyber world of EXE. Where is that bloody virus? Oh yeah, did you notice that they actually added drills to his hands in this one, unlike the original Mega Man X? I think that they thought that was clever. It's like, he's a mandrill, so let's give him drills. And mandrill is apparently a type of gorilla, I think. Some kind of primate. Very large monkey-looking thing. The only other time I've heard the word mandrill used outside of Mega Man was in that cartoon, My Gym Partner's a Monkey. Is like the school counselor, I think his name was Mr. Mandrill. So, I think that's the only time I've ever heard the word outside of Mega Man. Remember I was playing as a kid, I'm like, what the heck's a mandrill? What's a kawanger? I'm just going to shoot this electric ball right in your face. There we go. Bubble wrap, did I need that one? No, I already had it. I just now noticed how low my HP is. Like, Battle Network 1 refills your HP after battle, but I don't even have 500 HP. I'm not even halfway there. Opportunity to introduce Cyber Elves with Gregar or Base. Potentially. Maybe, Tadashi Ikari. Like, his, ghost form is like, Cyber Elf. They call him Kawanger because it fits with Boomer/Boomerang. Yeah. At least according to what Death Battle said, Kawanger is actually a messed up way of how they're supposed to Romanize Kuagata, which is stag beetle. So it's based off of that. I do think that the weirdest name of a Mega Man X character, though, has to be Metal Shark Player. Like, why is his name Player? Like, I don't see Metal Sharkhead over there going out and picking up chicks on a regular basis or anything. Or unless he's a avid gamer whenever he's not, being a maverick and spreading the nightmare virus. I tell you the thing I missed most, like, when playing the original Battle Network 1, what I missed most? Asterisk code battle chips. I miss those. Play poker. Yeah. Yeah, get him to team up with a Spider from Command Mission. Play a couple rounds. It took me a long time to realize that Spider actually had, like, those launchers from, those card launchers, like, built into his sleeves. Like, they got the little slits in them that shoot cards out. I always thought that was really cool. Giant meteor with data pieces of Cyber Elves looping through them. There you are. This is a craptastic hand, though. I also missed the sub chips. Locate enemy would have been a great one to use here. Hey, Pick Angel. Welcome to the stream. Just going around trying to grind battle chips in Battle Network 1. Trying to do the post game here, complete all the chips, and I just encountered the virus I needed, but I had a really crappy starting hand, so I didn't get the chip. Going for a Remobit 2 at the moment. I'm not familiar with that one. What game is that from? The only Cyber that I remember was from Cyber Peacock from X4. Alright. Good. Yes, good. Good hand, good hand. Watch you give me lock on instead. Ah, Zenny, really? Well, I guess I'd rather get that than lock on, because at least with this I can buy more HP and memories and stuff. No, that Maverick isn't an X5, based on that name. X5 did have a couple of strange Maverick names, though, like the Skibber. You know, before they changed the names back to the Japanese version. As much as I do enjoy, like, unadulterated translations and stuff, the Guns N' Roses names for the Mavericks in X5 was awesome. Like, that... I feel like that's part of what gave the game a lot of its charm. You know, you're fighting Axl Rose, or Axl the Red, and he's like literally a flower person. Well, thank you very much, Pick Angel, and thank you for contributing. Yeah, that was just the project on the whole was momentous, and it was a lot of fun, but I am kind of glad that we're done with it, just because it kind of got way bigger than I thought it was going to. I don't regret it in the slightest, but I'm finally like, now I can rest for a little bit, and I can try to work on a video that's not related to that. So that's why I said that if anyone out there wants me to cover a MegaMan Star Force Iceberg, I will cover one, but I will not, like, make one myself. At least not solo. So if y'all can find one that is, like, mostly MegaMan Star Force themed and you'd like me to cover it, then send it my way through Discord or, you know, YouTube or whatever. But I'm not making another one. That was, once was enough of having fun. Pew. Axl the Red is the most... Yeah, I agree. It's, it kind of reminds me of Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII. Like, you know, you have all the characters who have their name, and then their title was with a pigment with it. Like, a lot of times it was redundant, too. Like, you had Azul the Cerulean. Both of those mean blue. They had Rosso the Crimson, and I think it was Shulk the Transparent. Something like that. Shulk. I know Shulk is also a character in Xenoblade, but I think that was her name. Man, I need to replay that game. It was fun. I remember I actually beat the game, but my disc was so scratched that I couldn't load the final cutscene, so I don't know if the game actually counted as completion, but I did beat the final boss, you know, back in the day. Oh, well, thank you, Gulls. That means a lot. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be working on some other videos here in the near future. I've got a couple of them, all the footage is compiled. I just have to sit down and edit them together. Rio and I did a reaction session for X-Play and like all of their MegaMan reviews. You know, we did a video a while back covering their craptastic review of Battle Network 6, so we decided to watch all of their videos on that. We did a reaction section for that. I've got the footage in the editor. We also decided to do an art roast of a lot of the Battle Network 1 concept art. That was kind of silly. That one's going to take a while to edit because there's like 2 or 3 hours worth of footage. I'm just going to go through and find the best ones and get them together. Then, as I've said, the next big project is the first episode of Retro vs. Redux, where I'm going to be talking about the version differences for all of the re-releases of Mega Man X. And after I get done with the post-game of Battle Network 1, I actually kind of want to start recording footage of Battle Network 2 to have as like just archive footage for whenever I need to make another video. Yeah, I do need to get back on making some more Mega Minutes. I have ideas for like 1 or 2. Talking about a couple of glitches that I've seen. Outside of just random topics or just talking about anime episodes, I'm kind of running low on ideas for Mega Minutes, though. I know there's definitely more that I can do. I just need to get inspiration and come up with new ideas. Don't relate Star Force is a diary fanfic that I made Omega System's POV on Wattpad. Hold on to personal issues that are resolving. Oh, okay. Armadillo is... Yep. Yeah, especially when he does that super move to where if you're playing hard mode, he'll spin in a circle really fast, and then he'll like launch himself around the edges of the arena like Sonic the Hedgehog, like spin dash. Yeah, not every video that I do is always going to be like a big colossal, 30-minute, hour-long undertaking. I do plan to have some smaller ones peppered in. One that I kicked around I know what I want to do with it, but I think I might have mentioned it on stream before. Is I mentioned I want to do like a what if scenario idea. Like, imagine how would the Battle Network series be different if there was like a karma system in place? Because in Battle Network 4 and 5 you get the whole dark chip system, which alters Mega Man's karma state, so to speak, but it doesn't really affect the outside of just a few in-battle mechanics. It doesn't really affect anything. Like, it doesn't affect the story, doesn't affect how you impact the world around you. So I was thinking, what if it actually made a difference? And I would give my thoughts on how they could have incorporated that. Now, granted, it's a pipe dream because a lot of stuff that was cut from the game or wasn't implemented in the first place is due to technology limitations at the time. But it's a fun idea. It's fun to daydream about. Now, first I gotta get footage of the entire game before I can actually start on this, so there's that. Yeah, I don't even actually know how to use the shorts function on YouTube. It's like, even if I label something with a shorts tag, it still doesn't put it as shorts, at least not when I access it. So, I don't know if that's something YouTube chooses on their own or what, but I don't really know how to actually use it. Dark Mega Man is useless against final bosses 4 and 5. Yeah, because doesn't it, when you're fighting Duo, doesn't the game actually disable your ability to use dark chips, I think? I remember watching, there's a video out there, I think Midnight posted it. It was called The Wrath of the Dark Soul AI, and it basically shows a super jacked up Dark Soul Mega Man absolutely destroying everything, like spamming Dark Thunder over and over again. And I think Nebula Gray was even included in that. That was almost so cool. I almost weaved in and out of that, didn't take a hit. The anime is more focused on... Yeah. I could definitely see Omega Sis needing to document his ideas. You know, as a visitor from a different planet, he would need to consolidate his thoughts, keep, like, journal entries. Journal entries on his experiences on this foreign planet. Dark chips in BM5 without chaos units against Nebula Gray won't work. Well, that is that's kind of unfortunate. Boom. Well, on the plus side, Armored Armadillo Stage does have some of the best music in the game, so you get to jam out to that for a little bit more. Why is it taking so long to find the Remobit virus? I thought I would have been done with this area in like 5 minutes. Yeah, one thing I think I might actually start doing here in the next couple of weeks or so, I announced it on the Discord server, but one thing that we're going to try to do for Halloween this year is at least me, possibly Rio as well. It depends on our scheduling and all that. But we're going to do some, like, I don't know if I call them dramatic readings, but we're going to do readings and reviews of some old Mega Man creepypastas from back in the day. You know, we're all in on the nostalgia this year because the Battle Network collection came back, so I figured why not take advantage of that for Spooky Month and just, you know, go all in. Look at some creepypastas centered around Mega Man. There's apparently one, at least decently well-known Battle Network creepypasta. It's called Reaper Scythe Dark Chip, or Dark Chip Reaper Scythe, something like that. I don't know how I missed that one back in the day, because I was always, like, around, like, 2011 to 2013, like, during that time period, I was all about reading up on gaming creepypastas, like Pokepastas. I found a few Mega Man ones, and I was also listening to Some Ordinary Gamers and his Haunted Gaming segment a lot, so I don't know how I missed that one in particular. But I'm announcing it now, and I said I would, I should go ahead and start recording, just because based on how my schedule goes, a lot of times I will start a project and won't finish it for several months, simply just because life gets in the way. You know, July was a very hectic month because it's like I was traveling a lot. I had to get a root canal. I was... Oh, hold up. Yes. Give me the Remobit. Give me Remobit too. I went to a couple of neighboring cities a few times. I was traveling for... No! Why? Traveled around for a few small events. Had to get a root canal, and that was like a multi-day process. And then I got really busy at work. There have been days... Like, there was one week where I worked 3 13-hour shifts back-to-back in a row. And July was just stupid busy. That's the best way I can describe it, so that's why nothing got done. Alright, Animation where Darkoids tried and drank the Grimace Shake and all of them died. Not even Mega Man is safe from the Grimace Shake. So what I was getting at is, here in the next couple weeks, I'm probably gonna like try to find the creepypastas that I want to do readings of, and do recordings of them, and just have them on my computer so that whenever I have time, I can work on them in the background just to have them ready for Halloween. Mega Man 2 Ladder to Hell. Yep, that one's definitely on the list. I remember actually reading that one on my own before some ordinary gamers read that one as a troll pasta. The long short of it is that, let's see, the Reaper Scythe, it obviously doesn't exist IRL, but the basic setup is that the player got a copy of Battle Network 4, and using the Higsby Numberman Lotto code machine, you input a certain sequence of numbers, and it unlocks a secret in the game, which is the ultimate battle chip, the ultimate dark chip, which is a one-hit KO on everything on screen, and then from there, everything just goes to absolute chaos, you know, like typical creepypasta fare does. It turns into Sonic.exe, not exactly, but you get the basic idea. You unlock the secret that was never meant to be explored, and now everything is hyper-realistic blood, that kind of thing. So that was gonna be one that I look at first, because the majority of the content that we are known for here is Battle Network content. I still haven't decided how exactly I want to go about making the videos. I don't know if I want to do like a somewhat I'm trying to figure out the best way to phrase this. I don't know if I want to like make a whole production out of it, like if I want to like put in background music at various well, yeah, I definitely want to have background music, but maybe have different voice actors who like it'd probably just be me and Rio, honestly, just doing different voices. Maybe do some mock-ups of some of the imagery that they talk about, or if I should just read it and, of course, have some background music change on occasion, insert the occasional sound effect. How much effort I can put into it is going to depend on how much time I have. I don't know if it showed up on screen, but I think, like, I'm looking at it on the Wii U's gamepad screen, I think the game just stuttered for a second, like, when it stuttered slightly. So much ROM have that chip into Battle Network 4. Oh no, but then, you know, it comes to life and it kills you. You know, it kills you in the real world, so, you know, we shouldn't do that. You know, the point of me, like, reading these creepypastas would not be to, you know... Okay, yeah, I'm getting lag on... I'm getting lag on the Wii U gamepad, like, it stuttered. I'm gonna go ahead and save, just in case the game crashes out of nowhere, but I don't know if y'all are seeing it on the stream, but on the Wii U gamepad, it stuttered and, like, not glitched, but I don't really like the way that went. The gamepad's not even that far away from the Wii U, so I don't think the signal will be weak. Sounds like a Battle Network 5 kind of creepypasta. Maybe. But, yeah. So what I was getting at is, the point is not to make fun of them, it's just to look back and, you know, reminisce about how things were about a decade ago, even if by today's standards, and even back then, these old stories were not really even scary in the first place. It's all in good fun, you know, just, it's meant to be a little bit of a nostalgia trip, just to, even if you didn't read these stories back then when they were popular, just to talk about the styling, and, you know, have good memories of that. Mega Man X, the red cartridge. I am not familiar with that one. I'll look that one up. Thank you for that. I'll add that to the list, because I only had, like a handful to work with. I had, like, 3, maybe 4. Like, there was, I think it's called, like, Airman question mark, question mark, or airman.exe, but it's not meant to be Battle Networks EXE. The Yellow Devil, Reaper Scythe Dark Chip, and Ladder to Hell. So, the red cartridge, MegaMan M Passcode of Horror is another one. But, yeah, the red cartridge. I will definitely look into that one. Why is it so hard to find this virus? Seriously, been running around for about 45 minutes now, based on the stream's time, and I can't find it. Yeah, I decided to live stream this little segment of the game because I thought that it would be just, kind of smooth sailing and just go by quickly. But no, this is taking forever. Again with the crappy hand. Alright. Well, let's give it a shot. Yeah, definitely not getting it. Oh, happy belated birthday. Yeah, sure. Tell us what you got. Oh, Isaac, I think you'll enjoy this. So we went bowling with some friends the other day, like me and Bree, and one of the guys who showed up, he was actually wearing a shirt that had the character from Medieval on it, the skull, and it had the name Fortescue on there, and it reminded me of you, and I thought you want to hear about that, because I associate that name with you now, so. I'm starting to think I'd have better luck just taking, let me see here. Actually, I need a dash attack G for, I need that for a trade sequence. I think I might be better off taking a bunch of these and just trading them until I get the chip I need. Yeah, he also won all of the games that we played. He was like the best bowler there. There we go. Fuel Man. That name sounds familiar. I want to say that's like a Mega Man 9 or 10 kind of thing. I could be wrong, but as far as I'm aware, there's no Navi that has that name. Uh, 29 Kind of Girl 1 and 2. 20, oh. Very nice, very nice. It's quite the haul right there. Yeah, you, on a retro game kick recently? Alright, here we go. Why? I wish I knew how to manipulate folder position in Battle Network 1. Like, I know there's a way to, I just don't know how to. Come on. Please. Just give me the Rimmel bit. This is frustrating. This is very frustrating. Yeah, speaking of Dynasty Warriors, Rio and I are gonna, at some point in the near future, yeah, I've said this a million times before, we're gonna be playing the Dynasty Warriors Gundam games, probably on stream. I think just because the games are so expensive, we'll just cover the story mode and do the PvP, not PvP, co-op play for those. Hot Shots Golf, Sonic and the Black Knight, Star Wars Force Unleashed 2 for the Wii. The first game. Oh man, so it's like you got the wrong game. Yeah. On that note, I recently got the Force Unleashed for Switch, which is basically the PS2 version, like the PS2 and Wii version, but it's on Switch, and it's like completely different from the what people would consider the definitive version of the game. You know, the Xbox 360, PS3 version. It's like completely different. And I'm actually looking forward to playing that one too. I actually got a bunch of Star Wars games that I want to play on stream, as well as just personally. After I get a couple of the ones knocked out on my list, I do want to do a New Game Plus run through of Fallen Order, because I recently beat that on PS4. And I want to do like the Inquisitor Cal run through Fallen Order, and then eventually play Jedi Survivor. So like I bought Jedi Survivor with the pre-order, the DLC, and all that, but I don't have a PS5, so I'd have to borrow Rio's to play it. Let me double check, make sure I don't have it already by accident. Ring Zap, Realm Bit 1. No, I do not have it, so I do need it. Like, I have a list written down on my phone of all the battle chips I need. I like Resistance Fallen Man. Hot Shots Golf 4. So I know that it's spelled like 4, like you would call out in golf, but is it the 4th game in the series, or is it just the sequel? I feel like I could have made a better decision with the battle chips that I was looking at. Can't believe I've been running around for almost an hour and I still can't find the right battle chip. Sorry the stream's not very exciting tonight. The game is just not giving me what I need. I'm actually about to check see if I can find it in another location. Because like, I legit think I might have better luck trying to get chips from Higsby at this rate. Yes, it is the 4th. Awesome. Good, good. They had one job and they did it right. Alright, I'll tell you what. I'll encounter the Rainbow Bit virus one more time, and if I can't get the chip, then I'm going to leave and go to a different area. And I'm going to get the chips in reverse order of, like, how we're going here. Gut Shoot was so overpowered in Battle Network 1. A lot of rules that would need to change with the times. Like what? Like, obviously, people would abuse the Force and, like, use it for their own means with, like, Jedi Mind Trick and Telekinesis and all that, but what exactly do you mean? Oh, the Jedi rules. Yeah, that's kind of why the Jedi Order fell in the first place, because they were so stuck in their ways that they're kind of blinded by their own arrogance and tradition. Ratchet and Clank as golfers with Jack and Daxter as golfers with Ratchet and Clank as caddies. I still got that wrong. Ratchet and Daxter as golfers with Clank and Daxter as the caddies. Ah. Either way, sounds like a really fun mashup. Okay, yeah, there we go, there we go. You're correct on that point. So this might be kind of a controversial statement, but I don't really think that Palpatine is actually all that impressive of a character in Star Wars. I mean, going by what I know about Legends and going by what is currently canon, I don't think that he is an interesting character or villain. I honestly think Darth Plagueis, his master, was a lot more interesting. And going by the Darth Plagueis novel, like 90% of what Palpatine has going for him as Emperor, he took that from Plagueis. It's like Plagueis... what a craptastic loadout. It's like Plagueis lined up the dominoes and pushed them to fall, and Palpatine just kind of rode the wave as they were falling. That's kind of the way I feel about the whole thing, too. And there's some things that are different in canon than they are in Legends. Like, it's heavily implied that in canon, by the current Darth Vader comics, that... it's implied that Palpatine is actually the one who is Anakin's surrogate father, because we see imagery of him, like, standing behind Shmi, implying that he's the one who manipulated the midichlorians to create Anakin, because Anakin had no biological father. He was conceived purely by the Force. So, to me, if you're going to say Palpatine can plan that far ahead to where he can conceive a Force child and bring about the ruin of the Jedi by using this Force child to become his new Sith apprentice, if he can play like 5D chess with the galaxy and look that far ahead, he should never lose to anything, ever. In Legends continuity, going by Darth Plagueis, like the Darth Plagueis novel, it's implied that neither of them created Anakin. Like, I always thought that based on the, very on-the-nose and, situationally seems coincidental that he was talking about it, but we know it's not coincidental. That Palpatine happens to mention the Sith Lord that can create life with midichlorians, and we know Anakin was conceived by them. It's implied that Darth Plagueis created Anakin, but it turns out he didn't. In the Darth Plagueis novel, when Anakin just shows up out of nowhere, and they say that he was conceived purely by the Force, the two Sith Lords are stunned, and the only thing that they can come up with as to how that could possibly happen is that they are becoming so powerful, they think that the living Force itself created Anakin to be a countermeasure against them. To me, that is a much more compelling storyline, and it makes Anakin's fall all the more tragic. Alright. Hotshots has done the Sony crossovers with a bunch. Sir Daniel, Fortescue, Sweet Tooth, Gex, Sackboy, Kratos, and Toto. Very nice. We'll try to psychoanalyze the crap out of Jedi, all pointing to how the rules are counterproductive, which turn foil any Sith infiltrators in the ranks. Maybe? I'm not sure how psychoanalyzing them would, like, affect them, like, affect the Order, because some people can be so stuck in their ways that no matter what anyone says, or no matter how they try to help them, they're just not going to listen, they're just not going to budge, so they wouldn't take heed at all. But, it is one of those things to where I'd love to see someone like, I don't know if I say college humor, but maybe dorkly, I'd love to see someone like them parody or talk about the kind of concept, if this was actually the real world, how would it be, Like, I remember Dorkly did one bit a while back about the Death Star's exhaust port, saying how a moon-sized battle station with a planet-killing laser only having an exhaust port that is 2 meters wide is a freaking miracle of engineering. Because 2 meters is, like, not even quite 7 feet. So, something less than 7 feet in diameter to cool off, like, as an exhaust port, to cool off this planet-killing, moon-sized space station. It's a scientific miracle, in short. Okay, yeah. So, I kind of got off on a tangent there, got distracted with what I was doing, but again, this time, if I encounter the virus and I don't get the chip from it, I'm gonna leave this computer and go back one more and try to get the next one I'm after. Toro and Koro. I can't say I'm familiar with that one. Oh, Gravity Rush. Pac-Man, real-life Japanese golfer, and Kiryu from Yakuza. Dame dame! I don't know much about Yakuza except a couple of the memes behind it. Yes! Finally! So glad I stuck around. Alright. Let me double check my list, make sure that's all I need in this computer. This is World 3 Comp 5, I think. Alright, let me see. Alright, the next one I need is in this area is in World 3 Comp 4, so it's back this way. And I'm looking for Fire Aura. Yeah, it only took me a literal hour to get that battle chip. Okay, there's 2 more in that computer that I needed too, and I got them, but still. Oh, Aqua Aura is in here too. Nice. So if I can get this one, then that'll definitely make things easier. Ow. I don't know if I have MegaMan's battle. Yeah, I think I have an MegaMan chip. I might equip him in the folder. Make this easier. The AI for the... I actually don't even know what to call that virus right there. I think they're called Headies in Battle Network 6, but they have a different name in Battle Network 2. But their AI changed drastically in between all games, so I can't remember exactly how they move. I do also need to get the, so the Fire Aura virus is in this area. Yep, it's right there. So yeah, it's just a kind of an unlucky draw right there. But if I can get both those chips before I leave this computer, then that's just one less that I have to worry about. Alright. Yes! Knock down the aura. Pew. How likely is it for a Blu-ray release? Oh, man. This is one where I think that it is on the complete opposite ends of the spectrum. It either absolutely is going to or is absolutely not going to. Like, I get that that doesn't make it like a sense because it's like, yeah, of course it will or it won't. But it's... I have a feeling that... What I mean is when you have, like, the negotiation phase of, hey, we want to do this. You know, how much money is this going to make? I have a feeling that in the conceptual phase, when they have to introduce the idea, it's either already very high or already very low. Like, there's no between for this. I feel like it's... Ooh. I have a feeling that it's all or nothing. So... I absolutely want to see it. You know, I'd be all over that. I actually almost have a complete collection of the DVDs. I am missing 3 of them. I'm missing volumes 7 and 8, and one cover variant of volume 6. Yeah, volume 6, 2 different cover variants for some reason. Battle Network are the one of the few games where you don't follow the good twin, evil twin trope. You know what? That's actually kind of true. 50-50, yeah, I honestly think that's the best way it could go, because that's the way a lot of things are in life. I think that we're more likely to get a Blu-ray release of the first season, because we have the entire thing in DVD quality and English dub, but we're still missing Access Episode 1, unless that was meant to hint that they are going to officially subtitle all of Access. You know, for some reason, Episode 1 of Access on YouTube is still just Japanese with English subtitles, which I'm happy for that, because that's more faithful to the original. But another angle I look at it from is they really hyped up, you know, displaying this anime. They held a marathon on Twitch, and a rerun of the marathon, if I'm not mistaken. So, it's clear people want this anime back. And I don't even know if it's a rights thing at this point, but I do think it's more likely now than it was last year. Like, just because more people are aware of it now. And I don't see why they wouldn't, because if it's not available on contemporary streaming services, then people are going to want to watch it. They're going to have to go out and buy it. You know, that's how it is. I'd absolutely drop the money for it. Honestly, I don't know. Like, there's speculation that the reason that it's in Japanese and not English is that the original, it's called the master of that clip, of that episode, doesn't exist anymore. So, some people think that the original one that was, like, sent to air, you know, the thing you send to the TV station or to the editors to that you send to the editors to like go to screening. The original high quality version does not exist anymore, because, you know, whenever you put it on a different TV station, it's got a different watermark on it. Like, you know, like Kids WB has its own watermark, The Zone has a different watermark, etc. Some people speculate that the original master of that episode in English might not exist anymore. It might be lost media. And yet, apparently, the others are out there in their full, crisp DVD quality. I don't know if that's true. Honestly, the only way we can know is if we ask someone who works in the industry. And it would be interesting to know. It is kind of disheartening to think that may be a possibility, but that's the reason why they didn't. And any DVR version that exists is technically pirated, so that's why they wouldn't have that on their big marathon. So they're just like, let's take the Japanese version, just give it subtitles, and just throw it up there. So it's like, the episode does exist in English. It's not entirely lost media yet, but all of it's, as far as I'm aware, the most well-known version of the episode that exists is a really crappy DVR recording that has some glitchy pixels and doesn't have the best audio. So it's like, not... The episode 1 exists in English, but not in good quality is the bottom line. The overly optimistic side of myself hopes that maybe it was a teaser for them giving us the full series subtitled. I know it's incredibly unlikely, but, you know, that's what I'm hoping out for. Someone just deleted by accident. Yeah, that's what we're thinking. Maybe it could have been, because there have been instances. I want to say it was Toy Story 2. Like, that's kind of an infamous tale where, like, someone accidentally deleted the entirety of Toy Story 2 off the company's computers, and the only reason it was saved is because one employee at Pixar took the working files home with her, and I don't remember if it was because she was sick and wanted to work from home or whatever it was, but she happened to have a backup copy, and she saved the movie. So it is entirely possible. And I mean, heck, I've deleted files by accident before that I still needed, yeah. She recently got fired, too, like, or laid off. And I'm over here like, you really gonna do that? She saved your movie and possibly even the whole company, and you're just gonna can her like that? That's dirty. I'm trying to come up with some new memes for another MegaMan Battle Network slander video. A couple that I want to include, but I need to find meme clips for them. Is Colonel in canon versus Colonel in game. Like, as Battle Network 5, Colonel wasn't really that impressive. But in canon, Colonel is like one of the strongest navies out there. So I need to come up with something for that. I also kind of want to do like Mega Buster charging Battle Network 1 versus the other games, because Battle Network 1 actually has like one of the strongest busters. You know, just base power once you level it up all the way. I think my charge shot does 80 damage. It's kind of ridiculous. Really glad my HP regenerates in between battles. That is another possibility. If that was an error, though, I would think they would try to correct it after they found the error, but it is what it is. Did you notice that a lot of the names, like, of the episodes are wrong? Like, a lot of the names are just out of order or have the Japanese names on them. So, it could have been an error. They could have accidentally chosen the wrong file. And then, you know, someone made the joke, oh, some poor unpaid intern titled these episodes, they were just reading off a list of episodes on Wikipedia, and they were just told, just change the names to, like, Mega Man and Proto Man instead of Rocket Man and Blues, and just title the videos. And yet there's so many of them that have the wrong title. Like, they didn't take into account that there are some episodes that didn't get aired, so they're naming these after, like, completely wrong episodes. Okay, what I think I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to change my folder because Gut Shoot is not going to help me at all. So I think I'm just going to have to come out swinging with some, like, heavy-hitting battle chips that have, like, a good area of effect. Ooh. Gaia. That's actually a pretty decent chip. I always forget that one exists because this one is, like, exclusive to Battle Network 1, or at least the way it functions is. And Gut Shoot is not going to help me at all, so I'm just not going to worry about that. I would need to look up what Lu Bu does in Dynasty Warriors to, like, show how strong he is. Why even still have Wide Sword in here? Life Sword doesn't exist in this game, so I don't know why I still had that. Do I have another Fighter Sword in here? Yes, I do. Fighter Sword P. Alright. I think this should help me a bit more with the, with gathering these chips. If I get either of the chips from this one, I'd be happy. Of course not. Yeah, that is a very real possibility, because, you know, if you got enough skills, then you know exactly how to counter everything. So, yeah, it is possible. Oh, this is actually a decent setup. If I get a chip, it's probably going to be one of the others, but this is pretty good. Yeah. Good setup, just didn't get the chip I wanted. Alright. I see. So basically, just whenever he shows up, everything dies. Yeah, that's kind of accurate. That's accurate to Colonel. I didn't realize MegaMan held that animation. Hey, it worked though. Alright, so now I can get Electman out of the folder, and let's get Iceman back in here. Deadpool kills the entire Marvel Universe, and the phrase is loved by fans, do not approach Lubu. That reminds me, Lubu is also in another Muso game called Fate Extella. I want to say it's Fate Extella Link. I'm pretty sure he's in that game. The Fate franchise, if you've ever watched any of my Fate Grand Order videos, is basically a bunch of historical figures. A lot of them got turned into waifus. Lubu was not one such, but Lubu exists in Fate. And I'm pretty sure that he's in one of the Muso games they have, which, you know, that's basically a Dynasty Warriors clone. Fate's had 2 of them, and I'm... No, it was the first one. It was just regular Fate Extella. That's right, that's right. Yeah, Lubu's in Fate Extella, the Umbral Star, is what it was. So, from what I remember reading and hearing from a friend, he was also really tough in that one as well. I miss when Thunder would stun the enemy. Allies understood the viruses if they made more appearances than variety, although they were replaced by the bats. Fun fact, this is the only game that has the handy viruses where they actually move, like after dropping their bomb. I was kind of giving hopes up a little bit because even when you get Light Busting level 7, sometimes you can still get the battle chip. Kaboom. There we go. Wait, Warriors All-Stars? Like, is that a bunch of Dynasty Warriors characters getting together and fighting? Because that sounds hilarious. Oh, come on, that was a busting level S and I still didn't get the chip. Yeah, I will say I don't necessarily have interest in playing like any of the actual like Dynasty Warriors games, just because I don't really know much about like real world Japan. So that on its own isn't as interesting to me as something like Dynasty Warriors Gundam, where it's like a franchise that I know. And then you also have like Hyrule Warriors is another one that I've wanted to play. And then, of course, you got Fate Extella, and I honestly think that there's a couple of other franchises that could benefit from a Muso game. Like, how cool would it be to have, like, a Star Wars Muso? Like, I know we have things like Battlefront, but imagine if you're playing a hack and slash where you're playing as either a Jedi or a Sith, like, leader of the rebellion, playing as Luke Skywalker or maybe Princess Leia, and you're just out there hacking and slashing your way through hordes of stormtroopers, and then all of a sudden, for a boss, they just drop an Imperial Walker on you, and you have to fight it, and you just got like army against army. It's just really huge. Another one I think would be awesome would be if they did like Lord of the Rings, because they had some pretty huge battles in those movies. So it could be like you're playing as Aragorn or any member of the Fellowship, really. Just a bad hand. So imagine like you're playing as Aragorn or Gimli, and you're fighting against like a giant army of orcs, and then suddenly, as a mini boss of the area, you have to fight a ring wraith on a fell beast. Just all of these like really powerful enemies just coming at you at once. It's like the Battle of the Black Gate, but every mission is like that. Yeah, when was the last like Muso or Warriors game to come out? Was it Age of Calamity and Dynasty Warriors 8? Like, have those been the most recent ones? Isaac, if you are really interested in like Muso games as a genre or the Dynasty Warriors games in general, then you should check out my buddy CJ and his channel Star-Crossed Souls, because he's actually doing a like retrospective on the Muso genre and talking about various games, not just about Dynasty Warriors but other games as well that are Muso games, but with other franchises. I've done a live stream with him before, so you can find his link in that description. But he said that's going to be the next video he posts. I think he said sometime in September or October is going to be the next entry in his Muso retrospective series. So I say, hop over there and give him a look if you're interested in that kind of content. Persona 5 Strikers was a Muso game? That sounds incredible. Maybe it's because there's a Mario game called Mario Strikers, but I kind of imagine Persona 5 Strikers would have been a sports game. So there's talks about a potential Star Wars Muso, but there's no like confirmation or planning yet. It's just a thing of we want to try to, is what it sounds like. How was Hyrule Warriors on the 3DS? I remember hearing that its frame rate was kind of bad if you didn't have a new 3DS to play it on, but I never got around to even trying it, so I really don't know. Yeah, definitely not getting the chip from this battle. Do I have any of the Stone Man chips yet? Really? That's interesting. They almost never do that with the portable versions of games. This game is doing everything in its power to not give me the chips that I need. I wouldn't necessarily say that that counts because, yeah, they're both portable and one's a newer gen. That'd be kind of like if, well, let's say you had Mega Man X on Super Nintendo, then you released the same Mega Man X on Game Boy, like Game Boy Color, and there was more content in it than that. That's kind of what that would be like. Well, yes, we do have Mega Man Extreme 1 and 2. It's not exactly the same, but that's kind of what I'm getting at. All 3 fast gauge chips in one, you know, just... I should have chose the Thunder chip. I don't think fast gauge is going to help, so let's see what else I can do. Change characters unlocked via adventure maps. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. There we go. Yeah. Sorry I'm not real talkative. I'm trying to... I don't even know what I'm trying to do at this point. I'm just running around hoping to get the right encounter. Like, I'm getting the encounter a lot more frequently than I was in the previous area, but still, it's giving me a hard time. Oh, boy. One thing that I really liked about Battle Network 3 Onward is collect. Just always get battle chips, never gets any. Why does it make Mega Man stand still for so long after firing thunder? Like, that was like a full, 3 seconds of that animation. I really want to get back into playing some Digimon games. I remember playing the World DS and World DS Dawn and Dusk, and I really liked those. I haven't really touched those since high school, though. Mostly because my copies just decided that they weren't going to work anymore for some reason. But yeah, if... yeah, I definitely want to try to play those, either on stream or off stream. I never got to play Dusk, so I think I want to try to play that one. I remember I couldn't complete my Digimon database because in Dawn there are some Digimon that you can only get from the opposite version, so I couldn't complete my Digidex, I guess. It's not Pokemon, but it's the same thing. It's like, oh, it's version exclusive. Yes, there we go. I think I got it that time because I didn't move after firing the shockwave, and moving will lower your busting level. Alright, let me double check to make sure I don't need anything else in this area before I leave. Alright, okay. Fire Aura got. Aqua Aura got. Crap. I accidentally erased too much. How do I undo? How do I undo this? Can I undo my... Leaf Shield. I know where that is in the internet, I just have to go find it. Okay. I think that's everything for the World 3 area, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back to AC/DC Town. Yeah. After an hour and 45 minutes of work, I have gained 5 battle chips. And I only have... Did I gain 4 or 5? I don't know. Still got 60 to go. So this post-game is going to take a lot longer than I initially thought. Alright. So, I'm going to go to Higsby's and I'm going to buy Buster Sword. Let me make sure I don't have it yet. I still need Hero Sword. Alright, I don't have any of the Buster Chips, it looks like, so I'm going to go ahead and buy Hero Sword from, or Buster Sword from here. Do I have Geddon 2 already? Go ahead and buy that. And just go ahead and just buy one of everything just for good measure. Alright, nice, nice. Okay. See if I can get something good out of here. Not terrible. Alright, so what I'm actually going to go for now is I'm going to get all of the Metguard A chips that I need to trade in for a Buster Guard. The quickest method is just to go up this hill, see if there's mystery data. If not, leave, come back, and repeat the process. At least I think that's how you do it. Alright, updated my notes, so that way I know what I still need. Yeah, I think I remember talking about this one in the Discord server a little while ago. About the quickest way to get guard A chips. It pretty much is basically just through mystery data in Internet Area 1. So that's just the fastest way to go about it. Just realized typo. It's fine. It's fine. What is DQ monsters though? Now, I may as well hang out in this area a little bit because I do know that I need to get Fireman's battle chips. He's not my primary goal. Like, the way I'd wanted to go about this was just explore every area and collect the battle chips as I pass through them. But in order to get the Buster Guard chip, I need to hang out in this area. So if I happen across Fireman and I'm able to get his chips, then great. Really wish that there was somewhere where I could just buy Met Guard A's, you know? Oh, Dragon Quest monsters. Nice, nice. You got any, no HP memories? Okay. I don't think I have Hammer yet. That's in my list, so I'm gonna go and buy that. Yeah. I think I never bought it just because I didn't need it. Yeah, now that you mention it, I think I did see that at the most recent Nintendo Direct. I did see that Banjo-Kazooie just got added, as well as the Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages and Seasons got added. So that's great. I would still really like to eventually see Battle Chip Challenge or EXE 4.5 come to Switch Online. Or, you know, future installment of the Legacy Collection. Is there a... Yeah, I played Oracle of Seasons a while back when I was in college, but I haven't played Oracle of Ages all the way down yet. I started it, but never finished it. I was playing them on my 3DS. And I've beat Link's Awakening at least once in my life. I remember my brother and sister really loved that game. I didn't own that one. I was more of a Link to the Past kind of kid. But, yeah. I got a soft spot for the old Zelda games. I think that's probably why I love Boktai so much. Is it only if it's a blue mystery data? Is that why? Nah, apparently not. Alright, rather than doing this, the next mystery data I come across, I want to test something. Okay. I know that you can save scum mystery data in Battle Network 2 and 3, but does it work in Battle Network 1? Yes, it does. There we go. Okay. So that's how we're going to do this. We're just going to rinse and repeat until we have Medguard A's out of all 3 battle chips. Or out of all 3 mystery datas. I forgot that I can save scum. Yeah, honestly, the internal clock would be kind of tricky to implement. It would... Wait. You know, that's a good question as to whether or not they would actually go through the trouble of translating it. That actually would be kind of disheartening as a fan of the series, because it's like, yes, it's all modern consoles, so it's preserved for the next generation. But it's also not in English, so you can't play it. Alright, good. Now let's grab the other 2 that are here. And we can build up our stock pretty fast. Just gonna throw this little Thunderball at him. Ha! Oh yeah, I forgot that was out too. I need to play that one. I need to play like all the Zelda games. The one I'm working on right now, I say working on, I started it after... back up a little bit. I recently played through Ocarina of Time all the way down in, not one sitting, but like one attempt, I want to call it, because it's like, I didn't just put it down and then pick it back up, you know, months later like I did during my initial run of Ocarina of Time. I actually played the game for the sake of playing it and not just making a video on it, or just, you know what I mean. It's like, when I was a kid, I played Ocarina of Time, but I got stumped in the water temple, so I like put the game down for months and then came back later and then beat it. This time I actually just sat down and played it. And I started Majora's Mask, and I'm through, like, the tutorial stage. But I haven't gone much past that yet. There we go. I think most people in North America who discovered Boktai discovered it because of Battle Network. Yeah, I really hope that they do make a collection someday. They would have to come up with some way to replace the solar sensor, though, because while that was cool and innovative, or I don't even know if I call it innovative, it was cool and novel, it's not really applicable to today's game consoles. So they need to come up with some way to replace that. I think even like a basic day-night cycle, like they had in Lunar Nights, would have been good enough for that. So, really hope we get Lunar Nights remake at some point in the future. The Switch controller could already have a solar sensor. Okay, elaborate? Yeah, by the internal clock, checks what time of year it is so they know what season it would be, that kind of thing. There we go. Now, how many of those do I have? 12. We're almost halfway there. I think that after I get the Buster Guard chip, that might be a good enough place to call it for the day, because this chip grinding is taking way longer than I thought it was going to. I thought I could get this this whole post game knocked out into maybe 3 2-hour sessions. Nah, this is tedious. Yeah, I already went up there, so let's go around this way. I'm hoping that during all my running back and forth, I'll come across Fireman, so I can, get his chips. Oh, yes. I forgot about those. I saw those, but I've never actually paid attention to them. But because it's on the bottom of the Joy-Con, you'd have to, tilt the Switch upside down, to be in the sunlight, to get, for best effects. You know what? Absolutely. Raise your hand skyward and shout Tayo like he does in the games. I would absolutely do that. I would 300% do that. I just imagine, my neighbors looking outside, seeing this 30-year-old man out there with his game console and just pointing something at the sun, screaming. But I would do that. I would absolutely do that. Alright, we had 14 or 15 now? 14, right. Oh yeah, Otenko. Yes. That's one game that I definitely want to get up in here on the live stream front. I feel like that would actually probably... It would probably do well with the audience that we have, and it's also a game that's kind of obscure, so not everyone has played it. So it'd be a good way to bring it to a new audience. But the biggest reason I haven't yet is simply because it's a Game Boy Advance game, and you have to use a solar sensor. So I don't have a good way to record that. And while I do have a GBA copy of the game, I could do that. It would be kind of weird without the sunlight. But it's also... one of the things that's held me back so far is that the computer that I was using couldn't always emulate consistently when I had, recording software and stuff running. There would be, lag spikes, frame rate drop, sometimes corrupted footage, that kind of stuff. That's why I started the Let's Play on my old channel a long time ago, but never finished it. But now that I have a better computer and have access to, you know, better emulators, or if I could get it installed on like a modded 3DS or something, because I do have a capture card 3DS, I think that it might actually be in the near-ish future for our live streams. Lunar Nights would be a lot easier to play on stream because I could just play it on a DS, because, you know, I have a DS. I have a capture card DS. Yeah, I love Boktai. It's been entirely too long since I played it. So, Rio and I have already recorded the script for our 5,000 subscriber special video. I'm not going to say what it is yet because that one's kind of want that to be a surprise. But I wanted to add that I mentioned a couple of videos I'm working on. That one's also in the lineup of ones that I'll be trying to work on soon. There is some more footage that I need to gather for it, but we've already got the audio done, so it shouldn't be too terribly long before that one's finished. Hopefully before the end of the month. Yeah, honestly, the only thing that I found super confusing about Boktai was some of the terminology that it's like they talk about like we're supposed to know what it is. Like, Sabata is constantly making reference to the Galaxy Universe, or an entity known as Dark. And from what I gathered off of the Boktai Wiki, Dark, aka the Galaxy Universe, is the name of the King of the Immortals, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, that was a thing. And Sabata's constantly talking about the will of the Galaxy Universe. Like, you know, for the Earth to fall into darkness, that kind of thing. And there's some plot elements that are on the Boktai Wiki you can read about, but I don't remember seeing them in-game. Is like the reason why Sabata's scarf is blue is because it was soaked in Moon Beauty's blood. Or something to that. Yeah. Was it? I remember him making the line in Boktai 3 to Django asking whose blood dyed that crimson scarf, but I don't remember reading about, like, in-game Moon Beauty's blood dyeing his scarf. So, you know, and I thought I knew just about everything about those games. Like, I've hosted a panel about it at a convention that I've gone to before. I've seen a bunch of the concept art. But, there's still stuff I don't know about it. I'd love to learn more, but there's just not a lot out there because it's so obscure. Okay, so why did the Pokemon, like, Gen 3 games never come to the Wii U? Like, why is there no Fire Red, Leaf Green on here? Is it because you couldn't complete the Pokedex without trading? Hey, Fireman! Finally! Oh, yeah, we're going to have some fun, you and me. All too easy. No, but it was like, yes, it has her smell, but the reason why it was that shade of blue is because, if I remember correctly, it was, Sabata had a wound on his leg, I think, and she used it as a tourniquet, and his blood soaked into it, and his blood was that shade of blue instead of being just red, because by that point he'd already been infected by the dark power from hell, if I'm not mistaken. I could be completely wrong, and if I am, that's okay. I don't mind being corrected. I'm presenting the data as I remember it, which it may not be correct. So, right. I'm pretty sure I'll be here when you get back, Isaac, just because we only got 19 out of 30 mech guards, and I still got a few more to get. I tell you, V2 Navi chip farming, especially in Battle Network 1, is some of the worst, because it's like, how many hits can I take before I lose the chip altogether and just get Zenny? And it's like, I don't want the V3, I only want the V2. So just, hit me once, maybe twice, and then I'll just delete you instantly. That actually is a interesting point that he would mention the scent, and maybe not the blood directly, because Boktai 3 was never officially translated. That's a fan translation I was going by. Yeah, I do think you're right. You're correct on that point. That because his blood was the same color as Django's blood, and Sabata was not just a palette swap of Django and Boktai 2. I don't remember if he has his own sprite sheet or if it's one of those things to where it's his own animation offset. But if you use a Game Shark to play as Django instead of playing as Sabata when you're supposed to play as Sabata, he'll do the exact same animations, and his hair will actually look like Sabata's for a couple of frames. So I'm not exactly certain. I don't know as much about what I'm getting at is that it could be the same just because they're the same sprites, and GBA sprites have a limited number of colors they can use. I knew more about this a long time ago, back when I dabbled very lightly in ROM hacking for MegaMan Battle Network 6, but and I never much expanded beyond that. Boktai 3 of Collection was made. Would they fully translate Boktai 3 since it was just never got in English? Oh, hey. I would hope that we would get Boktai 3 in full English. Alright, so my plan here is get a couple of water chips ready, or just some really strong chips, and let him hit me twice and then just unload on him. Alright, I'm going to let him hit me one more time, and then I'm going to throw down this big wave. Yeah, like I said, farming for the V2 chips is the hardest. Oh, that's nice. Now, depending on how you look at it, Lunar Knights is kind of Boktai 4, although I would actually say it's more like Boktai 3.5, because the way I understand it, Lunar Knights is like... It's an alternate timeline to Boktai 3. Because, like, Boktai 3 starts a timeline split to where, like, Django gets killed and buried. And the timeline splits at whether or not Trinity gets sent back in time. If Trinity is sent back in time for stealing bread, then he lands on Django's grave and cracks the seal, which lets Django out. If he is not sent back in time, then Django stays there and dies, and the world falls into darkness, and then Ratatosk, the Lord of Destruction, is eventually overthrown by Duma, and we get the plot of Lunar Knights from there. That's the way I understand how things work. Alright. Wait, did it what? Officially translated the lost post-game about their 6 for they mixed up the count with count. Wait. Huh? Explain that. I haven't played Battle 6 on the Legacy Collection yet. Whoops. Welcome back, Isaac. There we go. Yep, just need 7 more Met Guards, and then I can go, go collect my chip. Oh, that's hilarious. I wasn't aware of that. I need to go. Like, I'm working on my mental recap scripts for the series. You know, where I try to just recap the games entirely from memory. I finished Battle Network 5 script. I started on 6. I need to finish 6 so I can play it, and like I want to get to that. That's funny. Right. What we got? 6 left, I think? Yeah, 6 more. Yeah, that's one of those where... The way I justify that is basically... vampires are immortal creatures. So... to people like the Solar Tribe, when they're only looking at their own planet, they would call them immortals. Super powerful creatures of darkness. And then you get the actual immortals like Polydori. Yeah, aliens. Like they're alien immortals from beyond the stars. They're the ones who gave them the parasol technology and all that. So I believe the difference starts when the immortals from space make their presence known. And it's one of those things to where it's about context and world build. That's the way I justified it. But yeah, it is like it does also beg the question as to why like seemingly average people can use solar guns in this timeline when it used to be you had to be a member of the Solar Tribe to wield them, you know? But again, it's one of those where we don't really know all of what we can know because, you know, the series was canceled and we only have the 4 games and a little bit of, like, development history and backstory to go off of. I agree, Isaac. There's some areas I think there could have been more, but I'm not going to complain. I'm absolutely not going to complain about what we got. I'm just hoping that when we eventually get the Legends collection that they give it the same level of love and affection. I know there's not as much content to go around, but I would love a Legends collection. Alright, 5 left? 4 left. So, if I happen to have 3 mystery data on this path, then we'll just need to do this one more time. Yeah, right, exactly. Honestly, when it comes to Legends, I don't think it's an if, I think it's a when. And I really hope that when we get the Legends collection, we finally will get Legends 3 following in its wake. Hey, Master Chief Snake. Yeah, sorry, you kind of showed up late to the party. I'm actually about to get off here in a little bit. I still got maybe 10 minutes left. Basically, I'm just gathering battle chips in Battle Network 1, and this has become a very slow and tedious process. Definitely not one of my more fun live streams, but it is what it is. That's why so many people complain about Battle Network 1, I guess. Yeah, because like that's what I was thinking, but I didn't say it out loud. Is you know, the Legacy Collection could have just been what I'm playing right now, the Wii U game, just all 6 of those just dumped onto a cart. But no, they actually recreated it. So, you know, good on them for that. Yeah. So basically, the last couple things I'm doing for this stream is I'm going to get the Buster Guard battle chip, and I think I actually can complete a full trade sequence. I actually have like the full trade chain written down, so I'm going to look at that after I get Buster Guard, and then if I can do it, then we'll do that, and then I'll call it a day. Best way to get 30 Met Guard A's is to just save scum right here. Process is slower on the Legacy Collection because you have to exit out of the game instead of just soft resetting like this. There we go. I heard that audio skip. I think my Wii U is struggling tonight, guys. Well, thanks for stopping by, Pick Angel. Hope to see you in the next one. And hope you have a good night. It's evening over here. Not sure what time it is over there, though. But hope you have a good rest of your day. Alright, one more. Alright, must be up top. Hoping to have one more encounter with Fireman before I leave here. Oh, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil and he appears. Oh, he dodged me. Perfect. Custom battle chip maker, another battle in the game PC. Yeah, it would. Yep, all three firemen. There we go. Just. There we go. That's the last Met Guard A I need. Double check. What? Only 29? Ah, I thought I had 30. Okay, once more. Alright, there's mystery data right there for me. Like yesterday, was like, "Hey, bro, you left this behind." There we go. All right, now. I'm glad that happened. I'm glad I was able that little little thing right there is like. I hope I run into him. There he is. He's in one of the classrooms. Is it on this floor, or is it in the AV room? There he is. Yes. Give me the Met Guard. Take some time. Okay. So, I'm leave the room, I'm come back, and you won't give me the chip. Yes, good. I'm never going to use this. Alright. Now, let me check on what this trade chain is. Class 1B wants a dash attack, or he'll give me a dash attack for repair H. Do I have a repair H? Does he give me a repair H, or does he want a repair H? No. Class 1B. You. Oh, okay. He wants the dash G. So now I get a repair H. And from here, government complex, and the guy wants the repair H for a hammer. I have a hammer already, but nope, not going back to World 3 base. Oh yeah, only 50 more to go, yeah. Where is he? Is it this guy? No. That's the guy who wants howitzer. Is it just one of the random NPCs? I mean, like, is it one of the non-scientists is what I meant to say. Government Complex Hall. So is it... I feel like this should be the hall right here, but there's no one here. Where is he then? There's supposed to be a guy... Oh, a lady, rather. It's in the waterworks area. Yes. Okay, repair H for a hammer. Then we go take the hammer to the AC/DC Metro line. Oh, well, have fun with that. Good stuff in there. I need to watch the whole thing all the way down. Alright, so it must be this girl. Trade the hammer for X Panel 3S. And then I trade X Panel 3S for Buster Bomb. In the school storage room. Okay. What do you got going on over here? There you are. Yes. Trade for Buster Bomb. There we go. Alright, so I think that's all the time we have for today. Managed to collect 15 or 16-ish battle chips. And we have less than 50 to go before we complete the library. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. I'm having trouble finding the right words. Sorry that took so long to find just those 2 chips at the start of the session, but we kind of racked them up really quick there, like in the middle. But yeah, so thank you all for joining me. We'll pick this up next time right here, then we'll just continue going down the list of getting all the chips we can in the overworld before we delve into the dark reaches of the Undernet to get everything else. This has been Blade Cross EXE, part of Flagship Blades Productions. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.